this party started. Let's get this party started. 1964. Last year they put silver in our spending coins, except for the $50, of course. First year for the Kennedy $50, obvious reasons. Let's see what we have. 1964. Nice one. Yeah, let's hope, Dirty Water. Let's hope. Could be a number of different things in here that could give us nice excitement. Let's find out. First coin, Taco John. We're going to be a little more careful to look at the reverses on these. Because that's one of the big reasons why you jump in to 1964 rolls. I mean, there's other reasons, of course. But this one's a late die state. A little hard to tell if it has anything on it. But I don't think so. So that's coin number 1. Now coin number 2 for Sissy. Mushy, in God we trust. A lot of double die reverses, 1964. Gotta keep our eyes open and our wits about us as we make it through this roll. There's one for Ant. Nice earlier die state coin. On the obverse, anyway. These earlier die state ones are sure easier on the eyes. Let's hope the reverse is the same die state. This is early die state. Let's hope the reverse is early die state and it shows us a really nice double die reverse. God, why is it that I feel personally let down by the employees at the Mint that didn't screw up this coin? I feel personally let down. All right, number 4. This one's for Carl. Let's see what Carl ends up with. Well, it's not early die state. It's a little bit different. Nothing on that side. Very late die state reverse, or actually just late die state. But still late enough. Tain't showing us anything easily. That's for sure. Next coin up, number 5. Mr. Macumber. Oh, look at that. Slam dunk. Nice early die state right there. How about that? Got little tiny die scratches moving north and south throughout the date. It's got a little die dot in the middle of the 6 right there. So let me get our lighting just right. There it is, just right. All right. Let's move over to the other side. Nice early die state reverse. And nothing. Well, struck through right there. Nothing else. Normal. Well, let's see what we get for Eric Maith. It's not the same die. Got nothing on it. The obverse, anyway. I'm gonna rifle through this reverse real quick. Looking for notching on the corners of any of the letters. Over fatness. There's all kinds of little things we can call it. Spread, separation. Is this... Nope, this is a different die. Oh, that's got that little dingy thing in the middle of the 6, so we're back to that die. It had nothing on it, as this does not. And on the reverse, it did not grow legs and become a double die. But these are kind of pretty coins. I mean, overall, they're pretty nice looking coins. Very shiny. Very shiny indeed. Let's see what we get next. Dirty water. Dirty water. Hello, Bill457. How you doing today? Nothing on that side. This is that late die state. That late die state, I don't see anything there. Let's do number 9. Number 9 for Mickey. I know finding the really nice double die reverse isn't a life changer, but man, I tell you, a little good luck every once in a while, right? You got on the phone because the tablet wouldn't work for you? Well, we need to tell YouTube about that. Number 10, Chubby Pop Chaser. Let's see what we got from our brother CPC. Nope. Whole lot of nothing going on. We haven't managed to pop a die variety out of this roll yet. Wow. This happened on other videos. It could be a programming issue from YouTube. See a number of different things it could possibly be. This has got that mark inside the 6, so we are familiar with this die. I can't go without looking at the reverse, though. Just got to give it a real quick once-over. Number 12, Ant. Because Ant can't. Here we go. Yeah. Nothing there. Just a really late die state coin on the reverse. Well, Chubby Pop Chaser again. Gonna blow his wad early. Get through the roll. For him, in a hurry, his name keeps coming up. There's a bit of a clash on this, but it's not really pronounced. Not really even enough to mention it. But see right there between the 1-9 the top of the building. It's a little tiny bit of a clash. What? Well, let's check number 14. Eric Maith. Once in a while, you have to slow down and smell the roses. If you slow down and smell the roses, you might see something you didn't see as you were running by the bush the last time. Confucius say, looking at coins is free. Take your time. There's Mickey. You're working on learning to find clashes now? Anything in the field that makes lines that don't seem to belong, they're clashes. They're actually kind of common. They're around. Real nice clashes are ones where you can very clearly see the design. And it covers a good amount of the surface. And it's not been polished on or worn down. Yet unfortunately, my setting right here, the way I've got this thing going, it's really hard to tilt a coin and do anything. I don't have autofocus on this, and it takes two hands to tilt a coin and focus, and I'm sitting almost an entire arm's length away from my microscope. Number 17 now, going to Frosty. Frosty. Without mint marks, these things become very increasingly more difficult to tell your dies apart. You have to really have a great idea and memory for die scratch patterns. And while I do sort of have that, I don't want to get cocky and skip finding a double die reverse just because I thought we'd seen that one before. So I'm checking all of them. And, well, it's my show. And I guess I can do it however I want to. Well, I only reach like this when I'm actually doing a show because my microphone doesn't like to come over to me. So, yeah, when I'm not using the microphone, when I'm just looking through stuff, I don't use my my scope camera, which I'm using now to show it on the screen. I don't use the scope camera. I actually use both eyes and look through the microscope as normal, sitting right in front of it. That's when I'm doing something and I'm not trying to do it as entertainment. Sissy? Not one single die variety in this roll so far. And we're just about halfway through it. There's one from Mickey. I got my heater on behind me. You guys might be able to hear that. Blower on my heater. I don't usually use my heater unless it's wintertime, but man, my feet were cold today. Pole? Kind of a nice earlier obverse and reverse here. But nothing going on. Well, IT, in the case of that, when you're looking for a scope that'll work for you, you need to quit looking at the digital scopes, because I don't use a digital scope. I haven't ever seen a digital scope that's really good, even the expensive ones. They are all very limiting. When it comes to taking photography, you have to be able to get your lighting just right. You have to be able to control your light. You have to be able to control your focal length, your focus, everything. So I pretty much completely stay away from the digital scopes. They just don't look near as nice. This microscope was the microscope itself was $700. The lighting was another $500, and the camera was another few $100s. So, you know, we're talking about over $1,000 setup. But I know that's not reasonably priced. The thing about it is, they make scopes that are more reasonably priced, but you have to figure them out. You have to figure out the lighting. You have to figure out everything. It's not, they're not going to hand you something that's going to work like what you're seeing right now. You're going to have to make all that up yourself. Yeah, and the mini won't work. Mini means small, and small means not going to work when it comes to microscopes. Microscopes have to be microscopes. And little tiny ones just don't cut the mustard. They don't do it. Now, if you're just looking for something so that you can hunt coins, you could get used to what you're using and figure out how to make it better. Experiment on it. Too much light in too many places, cover some of it up. You know, you get too much outside light influencing everything, put a cover on it. That's the kind of stuff I did to get to where I am now. And I've been doing this for, what, about 30 years? It took me 30 years to get this far. That is not a double dye lid there. Those are dye gouges. Way too small, way too sharp. Yeah, scopes, I mean, it depends. You can get scopes as cheap as $75, $100. You can get them on eBay. And, I mean, they perform, they do the job. You can see what you need to see. Better the optics, the better off you are. The better the optics, the more expensive it is. So if you get one with cheap optics, it'll be inexpensive, but it'll tear up your eyes. If you get one with really good optics, it's going to cost you money. But it'll be good for your eyes. So it's kind of a paradox. If you want a microscope that's a good microscope, you're going to have to save your bucks up for it. Eric Bayer. Nothing there. Yeah, unless you want to spend $5,000 or $10,000, I don't think they have devised a digital microscope yet that really does a great job. I've not seen it. The problem is the focal length on those digital microscopes means that the optics are less than an inch away from your coin, and that gives you no control of the shadows and the lighting, the direction of lighting, or anything else. I get full control. My optics are a good 4 or 5 inches away from the coin. That's the bottom of the microscope that looks at it. That's the bottom of the optics. That's where the distance of the optics to the coin are. We're talking about 5, 6 inches away, 4 to 6 inches. And that gives you plenty of room to stick lighting between the optics and your coin. And that's what it has to be. You have to have the lighting down between them. You can't put the lighting over the microscope because then it won't shine down on the coin. Well, Eric, go change your pants. And at least we know you're not constipated. A bird. It was a small bird. Yes, you do. Bill's right there. If you've got those digiscopes, you've got to do a lot of changing around. Or if you've got a camera like I do, looking through your microscope, you have to change your camera settings when you change metals. And with my camera, even very slight changes in relief or distance between the optics and the coin, very slight. We're talking about tenths of a millimeter difference. You have to refocus because the optical distance, the distance of your focus, is extremely small. No luck yet, Mark. So I thought we might get a good roll here because the 1960D roll that we just went through was lacking stellar effect. So I thought maybe this one would have maybe some stellar effect. And as Jamaicans would say it, they have nothing at all. Does my scope have microfocus? No. My scope is a simple microscope. All it has is the zoom, a camera tube through which I hook a digital camera that shows on my screen, and a focus knob, and that's it. So the zoom is a knob that actually moves the head of the microscope. The focus actually pulls the lenses a little further down and up. to coin number 37 now. Looking to see what we get. Got nothing so far in this roll. I think we're probably going to end up skunked in this roll, but we're going to look through it anyway. Because if this is an original roll, which I do believe it is, then you don't have any more than about 7 to 10 die pairs per roll, pretty much ever. And general assumption says it's pretty safe to bet that once you've been through 40 out of 50 coins, you've seen all the die positions that they're going to be, all the different die pairs that they're going to be in that roll. But you never know. Sometimes you get a couple of coins that fell out of the machine and sitting on a side somewhere, or balanced up on their side in the edge of the hopper or something like that, and they come out and you get 2 or 3 coins out of a run that went yesterday into your bag today. It just happened to be the big double die. So I have been through rolls before that were original rolls and found a huge die variety near the bottom of the roll, and there was only one of them in the roll. I have seen it. You cannot discount the possibilities. They are always there. Oh, here we go. Paul Hampton gave us that screwy little coin that we thought had an S on it in the previous roll. Let's see what we end up with here. Well, this one's pretty much normal all the way through. Number 41 out of the way now. 42. Stan. What do we got for Stan? I'd like to remind you folks again that there will be no auction come Tuesday. There will be no auction on Tuesday. Taking a little time off. So I can get things together and prepared for the huge Cyber Monday special. Santa Claus is in town coming December the 2nd on Monday. There's a lamb peel right there for you. That's interesting. It's where the edge of the coin is kind of peeled up underneath the motto right there. That's kind of cool, actually. That's kind of neat. But Santa Claus will be in town December 2nd on Monday, probably from roughly 5 p.m. Eastern through about 10 p.m. Eastern. Running about 4 or 5 hours. Going to be doing specials where you can buy coins at a cheap price. We will also have die varieties. We will have some rolls. We'll be doing speed round games. We'll be doing giveaways. We'll be doing all kinds of fun, neat, cool, interesting stuff that you can be involved in. Come hang out with Santa Claus. Hello, Paul. Boy, did we have a coin for you last show. Check this out. This was your coin we pulled out. And I thought, what? This is 1960, but there looks like an S right there. We figured out that it's just a spot on the coin, just like this is, and just like this is. But man, it sure had us going. And that was your coin, Paul. All right. Next up, oh, dude, we're just not finding it in this roll. Just not there. Now you guys are going to get me into looking through 1964 rolls. And get me putting 64 rolls up on the block for us to go through them, because I am now convinced that we're going to find something really good. I got it in my bones. I can feel it. It's like the blood runs through my body. I know these rolls. So we're going to get out a 64 roll for next week's reveals. I've got this past week's reveals left to do. They're going to be done on Sunday and Monday. I have to take tomorrow off. But Sunday and Monday, we'll have a good time. We've got the Roll Reveal show coming up Monday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll have some new rolls up for sale that evening. That is when and where you get involved in the roll reveals. Now coin number 49. See, the show almost takes an hour when you look at the obverse and reverse of every coin. And sometimes we have to do that. Like in a case like this where you don't have a mint mark, but you've got a really nice possibility of a double die reverse, you have to look through everything. Because you never know what you could find. Well, something struck through right there. It's kind of cool. It's not retained. Was for a while, but it's not now. It fell from together. All right, last one in the roll. Chubby Pop Chaser, let's see what you got. Our last hope. You, Chubby Pop Chaser, are our last hope. Do not let us down. Wonk, wonk. Well, we got nothing. Coin 47 had a die scratch by the eye. Yes, we've seen a few of those in this roll. Eric's going to be doing a couple of reveals tomorrow on Saturday, and then Sunday I'll pick it back up and do a few more on Sunday. And then I think we both have some scheduled for Monday, but I'm not sure. I may do all of mine on Sunday. So I will see you guys Monday. I'll be back on for the Roll Reveal show Monday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, I wish you well. Have a great weekend and stay warm.